There's a moment in life when you wake up one morning, look at yourself in the mirror and whisper, maybe it's too late. Too late to change. Too late to chase that dream. Too late to start again. And that whisper becomes louder every year. Not because the world tells you to stop, but because you've told yourself to. We all carry stories of things we could have done, dreams we once believed in, chances we didn't take. They sit quietly in the corners of our memory, like dusty books on an old shelf. And sometimes we tell ourselves that those stories belong to another lifetime, that the version of us who believed in them doesn't exist anymore. But here's the truth. It's never the years that make us old. It's the moment we decide our story is over. When you were younger, you believed life was endless possibility. Every failure was just a lesson. Every setback was a step forward. You fell, you got up, you tried again. Then somewhere along the way, life started to weigh heavier. Responsibilities, expectations, disappointments. You learned to be realistic. You learned to survive. And in that process, many of us stopped living. Imagine this. A man in his 50s sitting alone in a small apartment. His business failed, his savings gone, his confidence shattered. For months he wakes up, makes coffee, stares at the wall, and wonders how he got here. Then one day he picks up an old notebook, filled with sketches of a design he once dreamed of building. He stares at it for a long time. And in that silence, something stirs. Not loud, not certain, just a faint heartbeat of hope. He tells himself, maybe it's not over yet. That man could be anyone. He could be you. He could be me. Because life has this strange way of bringing us to the edge, not to end us, but to remind us what we still have left inside. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is the training ground where resilience is born. Every person who has achieved something meaningful has failed, not once, but countless times. Walt Disney was told he had no imagination. Colonel Sanders was rejected over 1,000 times before someone tasted his fried chicken. Vera Wang didn't design her first dress until she was 40. Ray Kroc didn't build McDonald's until he was 52, and none of them thought they were too late. They simply decided to begin again, one small step at a time. The hardest part is not starting over. It's believing that you're still allowed to. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe your marriage ended. Maybe you've been carrying regret for years. But remember this. The past is not a prison sentence. It's a classroom. You were meant to learn, not stay there forever. When you stand up again, you're not the same person who fell. You're wiser, tougher, softer maybe, but stronger in ways that can't be measured. Starting again doesn't always mean building something new. Sometimes it means rebuilding yourself, your faith, your confidence, your peace. It means choosing to forgive yourself for what you didn't know before. It means believing that even the smallest action, a walk in the park, a new course, a conversation with a stranger, can be the first step toward a life you thought was gone. There will always be voices telling you it's too late. Society celebrates youth, speed, and instant success. But wisdom, patience, and depth, those belong to those who've lived, those who've lost, and those who've had the courage to begin again. Don't underestimate the power of slow growth. A seed planted today may take years to bloom, but when it does, it will stand stronger than anything rushed into existence. Close your eyes and think about the thing you still want to do. The book you never wrote, the place you never traveled, the person you still want to become. Now imagine your life 1 year from now. If you just take one small step toward it today, not a leap, just a step. That's all beginnings ever are. There's a saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. You can't rewrite the beginning of your story, but you can start a new chapter today. And that's all that matters. Not what you lost, but what you still have the power to create. So when you feel like it's too late, remember this. The fact that you're still thinking about that dream means it's not dead. It's waiting. Waiting for you to believe again. Waiting for you to begin again. You may be bruised, but you're not broken. You may be older, but you're not done. You may have failed, but that's not the end. That's the place where your real story begins. Take a deep breath. Look at the road ahead and start again, because it's never too late to try, to grow, to live, to become.